Sidewalk there in Chicago.
Okay, let's
Dana?
stay in Chicago. Get this story. Cook County, Illinois District Attorney Kim Foxx facing calls for her resignation after allegedly lying about her contacts with Jussie Smollett's family before she ultimately dropped the original charges against the actor. Foxx said publicly she stopped talking to Smollett's sister after he became a suspect, but a special prosecutor's report finds Foxx continued communicating with her days after. Let's bring in former DOJ prosecutor Jim Trusty. I think this is quite amazing. I want to read from the retired Judge Sheila O'Brien, who said Kim Foxx should resign. This report shows she is a liar, that her administration is in chaos, and that she's blaming everyone else. She should resign. Taxpayers deserve better, and Mrs. Preckwinkle, her mentor, should take no part in replacing Foxx. Cook County government needs to clean house. And basically, this text showed that Smollett's sister and Foxx were in communication, and Foxx says, your brother should be fine as long as he stays consistent. How does she stay in the job after this?
Yeah, maybe only in Cook County. I don't know. I mean, look, Dana, Kim Foxx is a progressive prosecutor who broke from the strength of the case to her contact with Jussie's sister to even Jussie Smollett's criminal record. They kept saying publicly he has no criminal record. He had a DUI with, of all things, a false statement to police conviction. That's a pretty material piece of information that they lied about. But the conversation with the sister is astounding to me because it really walks right up to the line of obstruction of justice. She's sitting here telling the sister, now that I know he's a suspect, as long as he's consistent, as in keeping with that false story, he should be okay. That's an amazing moment for a public official, a prosecutor, to be coaching that.
If you see it that way, and many others see it that way, why does the state and the county disagree? I mean, last night, Cook County in Illinois came out with a statement saying, we disagree with what the state has found against Kim Foxx. Why?
Yeah, I don't know what the political loyalties are there. I mean, Cook County certainly has, I think, a well-earned reputation for political mischief. But this is just outrageous to the citizens of Chicago. You've got a chief law enforcement officer who is lying over and over again to cut a sweetheart deal for a two-bit actor just because that's what she wants to do. It has nothing to do with justice, everything to do with personal favoritism. And the lies are something that shouldn't be tolerated no matter which city you're in, no matter which state's attorney's office. Your chief law enforcement official should not be out there repeatedly lying about demonstrably false things.
Well, and the other thing is, what about the breakdown in trust between police officers out there with their lives on the line and prosecutors like Kim Foxx? Because in this instance, it was a hoax. They sent him on a wild goose chase. It was 3,000 hours, for which he has now been, convicted in a court by a jury. But that breakdown between the trust of police and the prosecutor, if you don't have trust there, it's very hard to consistently fight crime.
Yeah, I mean, Dana, most of these career prosecutors that have been watching their offices turn over into progressive prosecution offices have left. And the same is true with the brain drain at the police departments. They think, why would I stay on for this regime that doesn't support the police? So I think you probably have an all-time low at some of these cities like Chicago when it comes to police-prosecutor trust and coexistence, just because the politics are paramount. There's no real belief in the validity of experience in law enforcement by people like Kimberly Foxx, and they run out the talent.
Well, the celebrities, the actors, and a lot of news folks are on camera in the very early days showing their support for Jussie, Jussie Smollett, and maybe Kim Foxx was right there with him. We will see.
Thank you,
Jim, thank
Jim.
you. Nice to see you, Jim Trusty. Thanks.